It's good.
Monk,
All
I
right.
need a monk. Anyway.
All right, Zath, here we go. Let's head into this game here.
Let's do it.
Bam! Game 1.
Bam!
KSD and ZZHL.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little spicy. It's going to be good times, kids. So, let's start off. I'm going to start off with the KSD lineup because this is interesting. For starters, apparently K didn't get the memo. Everybody else in their beautiful school bus camo, right? And then there's K. K's like, screw you guys. I have to be special and unique. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1. Welcome to Northern Waters. Let's have a look over KSD's lineup. KSD fielding a double destroyer. We're looking at a Barbiano. We saw a couple of these earlier on this map. It didn't work out for that particular team, but we'll see how that goes. Running Dazzle, Trash Panda is. Russo here in a Z42. It's a triple cruiser lineup. Friendly Shimakaze and a Prince Orange. That's going to mess me up. K running a defense, HMS defense, and Rainy Day in a Howden Liu. Unique upgrade. For the first time, Zath, a double battleship lineup. Vermicelli fielding a Kremlin, and Beesoms here in a very traditional Montana build.
Yeah, that's why I said, ooh. But what's interesting is you got a special captain on the Montana without the special abilities or skills, or whatever the buff skills. That's interesting. But
didn't
look at
pick
Verm.
those. What's ZZHL got cooking down in red at the bottom end?
Well, I just want to comment real quick. So Verm using Zemensky for all the buffed skills. Great choice. On the other side, we've got ZZHL with Kleber rushing as fast as possible, getting out the ores even probably to get to the A cap as quickly as they can with unique upgrade. Lucian backing him up with basically a full gun build. Pretty cool. Napoli backing him up as well with Pack a Punch, all, your typical secondary Napoli stuff. And behind them, a Stalingrad. They chose not to bring a battleship because you can bring Stalingrad instead. Heading towards the sea cap is a Daring without anything special other than it's running Swift and Silence. That's an interesting choice. That makes him move a lot quicker because, of course, he doesn't have engine boost consumable.
Yeah, I like that idea for a British destroyer.
But that's at the cost of his main battery reload. So that feels a little awkward. We'll see what happens. We've got a Zhao with the unique upgrade. There you go, with the extra whatever the unique upgrade does. And then
I can tell you in a minute. Go ahead.
Behind it. And you just have the defense working its way to the C cap. And
so
Zhao's the A-flip.
Zhao's unique upgrade improves dispersion slightly and gives you slightly more range. So it's basically a blending of main battery mod, of range mod and dispersion mod, and at the expense of not taking either one. So you're not getting the maximum range, and you're not getting the best dispersion. You're getting a slight buff to both.
Right. Now, I could have sworn there was something else baked in with rudder too, but maybe I'm wrong here.
No.
Okay.
Not for Zhao.
Interesting.
It's all about the main battery there. Well, the early race to A has worked out for ZZHL. They've grabbed A. Lushun now sitting over there with his long-range hydro ticking away. Easily will avoid these torpedoes and just act as a tripwire to try to keep things out. They can see Ruzo's Z42. They catch a glimpse of the Kleber.
Yep, the Dow just hits the W key.
Yep, few shells falling on Ruzo, but once they lose sight of him, he is fine. He's pushing up here for the island along the one line. This island here, frequently very impactful here at the A-cap. This game on Northern Water is going to play very differently than the match we saw earlier because there are 5 green ships on this flank and 4 red ones, as opposed to the match earlier we saw where there was most of that firepower went over to the other side of the map.
Yeah. Yep. So Russo with that hydro, you can see very decisive. It's going to allow him to claim that island for the Dominion. Now, the big question is, what are they going to do with it?
Well, for now, they're probably, I have to presume, they're going to try to work the Barbiano in to the top end of the A-cap. The trick is his surface detection is high enough. It's going to be a problem. Yeah, it's going to take his smoke to do this.
Yeah. Yep, he's going to make Inky. The problem is he's going to get picked up on Lucian Hydro if he keeps going forward anyways.
He won't. He'll stop. He has to know that Hydro's ticking. So he'll slide over. There's a gap that he can work the top of the cap here and pick this up.
Yep, now he's detected on Stalingrad radar.
There we go. Now the Stalingrad radar is absolutely going to make an impact here. ZZHL planned for this, knowing that eventually they're going to need both. So as the Lushun Hydro expires, the Stalingrad radar kicks in and allows them to defend the ACAP.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a nice attempt there by KSD.
Now,
yes.
Have a look at the 8-9 line, Zaf. ZZHL is not being idle over here. They are pushing here at the same time they're holding the ACAP. This is impressive.
Mm-hmm. I've been watching it, and I'm sure that they said, okay, we've seen so many ships over on this side at this point. They know it's only 2 defending on the other flank, so we've got 3. 3 is bigger than 2. Let's go.
K's Hydro is ticking. He sees the conga line torpedoes coming in. They know the Daring is in the cap with them. K's going to take at least 2 of these, despite his Hydro.
Yep.
He's going to slide his stern out of the smoke here. But not quite. Oh, he doesn't actually quite get spotted. Well done.
No.
That's a tight balancing act to know where that line is.
Well, it's keep in mind, the spotting is the center of the ship.
Yeah,
so as long as the center is still within that smoke ring, it's okay.
His smoke expires.
Then the smoke expires.
Yeah, smoke expires. More torpedoes coming in. That's going to force him to leave. He's going to have to abandon that position.
Meanwhile, back at A, Verm is shoving his Kremlin in.
Yep. Kremlin diving the cap, backed up by the Barbiano. Prince Orangi now moving up to the island. Kremlin's going to take one of these torpedoes, but he'll be fine.
It's a Kremlin.
They do lose control of B. Not wholly shocking. As they're rotating the Howden Liu, that's Rainy Day. Looks like he's going to head back to try to help play the other cap.
Does make sense. The big question, though, is Verm going to take these torpedoes?
He is not. He's already turning. No. Hands already on the rudder. The trick with Verm, of course, is that he's down at about half HP.
Yes.
So, and his next heal is, his next heal is almost here, so he'll be able to recover a chunk of that health. So the question, I think it's going to become a holding action at A while I try to figure out how to break back into B, presuming that they even can.
And ZZ's already set up in kite away as well. They're basically just happy to sit here and hold.
The enemy is about to win.
Very interesting.
Yeah, the only one over here that's not set up to kite is the defense. I'm actually curious to see if Rainy's going to get a good shot on him. His smoke is going to expire here soonish, about 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why Rainy hasn't turned around, is he just hasn't had the ability to.
The Barbiano gets a kill, Zath. He picks up the Lushun by moving out into the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Love it. Big, big kill there for KSD. They needed those points.
Oh, they do. Yep.
The enemy is about to win.
3 minutes on the timer. 200-point lead here for ZZHL. The defense now lit on Hydro. He knows somebody's there.
Here comes K's shots.
Yep, they can see the Lu as well. Nope, superstructure.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to focus out Beesam's Montana, whose next heal is 20 seconds away. And they're doing a good job of it.
Get it. His DCP is down as well.
Yeah. He's trying to turn, it looks like, to get his guns on the defense. 10 seconds on this heal. He's not going to get there.
Nope.
That's a really, really big kill for ZZHL. They needed those points. They got them. More importantly, they got the ship off the board, and now they retain a 3-2 advantage in the fight around B.
Right. So the big question is going to be, how is Rainy Day going to play this? Defense's issue is that almost all of its firepower is in the bow and forward arcs. So coming in from the rear is perfect for Rainy Day.
Yep, gonna force LY out of position here. As Kremlin shots coming in from Vermi on the other side of the map there. Oh, and
K connects.
K finally lands some big hits. Now let's see how the stern armor on this thing holds up to the Dutch AP.
I'm looking left. I'm looking right. Who's going to get the final shot? Here comes K Salvo.
K's looking decent
Comes Verm
there.
Salvo.
Verm's going to get it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't
Nope.
get the big hit he
Nope.
needed.
Dutch Oven misses.
They do land. You did get a fire. That fire could be the difference. It's not the difference,
All
but
right.
it is impactful there.
But now you've got Rainey that kind of moved a little bit farther up than he wanted to.
No, I
He'll be
think this
okay,
is.
though,
I think this is a good position because now, for starters, look where the Barbiano is. Barbiano's picking up C. Like all of ZZHL is down in the bottom left corner of the map. They're gonna have to.
Yep.
They're gonna have to organize some kind of push. KSD can then just slowly back out of A. Although, admittedly, they're still 280 points behind. But
Yeah.
that gap's going to start narrowing very quickly if they're allowed to pick up the B cap, and it looks like that might happen. K now going to be able to push
dropping
back
on
in.
the Stalin. Nice hits there on the Stalin.
Now, I think they're going to lose Vermi here. They've chosen the right target to try to focus, but Kremlins are irritatingly difficult to kill in the hands of the right player.
Mm-hmm.
Vermi's got a lot of battleship experience. It goes back all the way to the beginning of the game, all 10 years of it. Let's see if he can hold this thing together long enough to get some cover.
Well, question two about the Dow's Kleber. He was kind of in a spot where he doesn't want to be. Can't really get his guns in the battle. He's just got to sit there.
Yep. Rainey takes a torpedo in the stern. Not a good thing. But now
Verm
the
is
Zal...
burning. He's out of heals and
Yep.
out of DCP.
Yeah, DCP's
It's a
20
dead
seconds away. He's... Oh, you've got Verm. Verm's going out. They do finally bag
Yeah.
the kill there. But they might lose this. They might lose to Dow.
There goes Rainey.
2 big kills, and suddenly ZZHE is literally less than 40 points away from a win, despite owning no caps.
That's right. Trash Panda, though, walking into the B cap. Should be good there.
So we're going to be able to... KSD's going to be able to pick up B. ZZHL, they're going to stop the Napoli on the edge of A here. They're going to have to try to get this reset. They cannot let him finish this cap. It looks like the Orangi Bombers are going to help here. They do get the reset. But Russo has to give up HP for this play. They don't have a choice. They can't let the Napoli cap. And here comes the Kleber charge around the stern end.
Here we go.
Shimikaze's ready for this or not? His turrets aren't looking.
He's not ready for it.
Nope. He's going to dodge most of them, though. Look at this.
But the key is it forces him forward into the Napoli, and he does.
Oh!
Never mind.
Forces him into the Napoli. Does he have the AP loaded? Oh, but the Napoli torpedoes are going to finish him off.
Yeah. There it is.
That's not quite the game, but it is going to allow them to eventually pick up the A cap. So now KSD desperately needs a kill. They need both these kills, and I don't think they're going to get them, Zath.
No, I don't think so either.
A close game, a narrow comeback, but it looks like KSD is going to fall a little short. Yep, 70 seconds now to a ZZHL win here in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think even a kill will not change the math on that.
Well, we might find out.
No, Trash Panda's turning to avoid... He didn't know those torpedoes were coming, but he avoided them anyway.
No.
And QJ is just going to make sure and just smoke up so that he doesn't have to deal with Panda climbing up his stern. Of course, that tells Panda where to look.
Mm-hmm. 30 seconds remain.
KSD needs a kill, but in order for that to happen, they've got to be able to spot something. Trash is basically just going to try to sell the ship here. He's blind firing.
He has to.
He doesn't have a choice. 15
Nope.
seconds. All the shells going in on QJ's Daring here. Can finally spot him. Not in time.
Not in time.
Whew! Close
But
game.
Still get a death pick.
Close game.
Ooh. I gotta say, I love these new death destruction effects. It's just so fun.
They are fun, aren't they? They are a lot of fun. All right, game one going to ZZHL. Not an easy win by any stretch of the imagination.
No. They had to work for it.
All right, let's see how these teams fare as we go to everyone's favorite.